This one is, I told you about this last, maybe 2 videos ago. This one had kerosene in the, not kerosene, diesel in the gasoline. It smelled like kerosene. After it mixed with gas, it smelled just like kerosene. But anyway, it was diesel. I guess you can confuse that. Got that all drained up, but then when I went to test it, it was leaking gas everywhere. So I ended up having to replace the carburetor. And I think what happened is when you mix gas and diesel together, and the gas goes bad. I mean, the seals and the rubber things inside the carburetor kind of deteriorate away. Best I can understand is the diesel kind of softens it up, which doesn't really hurt it or anything, but softens it up, and then that gives the bad gasoline an easier time to chew up all the gaskets. So the spark plugs were just fouled out really bad, of course, because of the diesel, and really black. So I changed out the spark plugs. New fuel filter, because that would have been just full of diesel also. And then new air filter. It was pretty dirty, so I went and changed it. So it's running great. I ran it up and down the hill, and so I think the valves need to be adjusted, but he didn't approve any extra work other than what we agreed on. So maybe during the next servicing, we can adjust the valves. So not much going on today. Filled the water tank, of course, and so I thought I'd talk about the dogs for a minute. As you know, that we've had 2 dogs show up, and they I've showed you they're in the house now. So every day they get a little bit more trusting, a little bit more where they'll listen to us. I mean, when they first came in, they just completely ignored us. They're potty trained. They go outside to go to the bathroom, which is just fantastic. The white one we're calling Girly. She'll let you know when she has to go. But the brown one we're calling Red really doesn't let you know too often. A couple times she's gotten up, but she stays on the bed. In order to get them to go out when you want them to go out, though, you have to pick them up and take them out. They don't want to listen too much. They're getting pretty good about listening when we ask them to come back in. They don't stay out too long. But the problem was Girly was getting up like 2 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom, and that had to stop. There was just no way I was going to do that every night, and I'm not going to do it in the winter. But last night we picked them both up and took them outside before I went to bed. And they'll go. Just, they can sure hold. And when the brown one got in here, Red, she would, it was incredible. I mean, she would go, I don't know, 30 hours without going. And we were trying to get her to come out and weren't too sure if we were going to pick her up or what we were going to do. Finally, we picked her up, but, and she doesn't want to drink water. What I find so amazing is when Red first showed up, she would stay an entire day and then leave. And then she would stay away for a day and then come up the next day. So it was every other day. We were pretty confident that she was going back to a location that had another dog at it. And we were pretty sure it was this white one. Well, eventually the white one got loose from wherever it was and came up here also. So then they would stay all day and then leave at night and come back during the day and leave at night and come back during the day. But it was pretty obvious Red was not going to abandon Girly, the white one. You know, the most that she would stay away is a day. So Red was getting to the point where she was had gained all her weight back. She was looking pretty good. Hair was growing back. But then Girly showed up and she was skin and bones also. So eventually, you know, they started staying up here full time, staying the night. And then Girly came in the house. And that's, I've told you that it made Skitty, the cat, she was already sick all summer from something, heat exhaustion and, you know, whatever. Just, well, then when that dog came in, it was by accident. I opened the door and she walked in. Skitty stopped going to the bathroom. She stopped eating, stopped drinking, and she died a few days later. It only was a few seconds that that dog was in the house. And I still am sad about it. But it happened, and there's not much I can do about it. I mean, Skitty was sick. I mean, I don't think she had a lot longer left anyways. Eventually, Red started sticking her nose up at the door because Girly was coming in on her own, laying there all day. So she would stick her nose up at the door, and we'd open the door, she'd run off. And then we'd shut the door, and she'd come back, stick her nose in the door. Well, what we learned was just open the door, and she would run off and then come back, and she walked in. Well, she jumped on the bed immediately. And they growled at each other. So, you know, okay, they're growling at each other. My guess is they've been fighting for food for so long. They probably were raised together, and they've been fighting for food for so long that they had to fend for themselves. And even though they're best buds, when it came to food, so you know they're kind of territorial. I think that's why Red won't get off the bed all the time, is because they're growling at each other. What I find so amazing is they can't live without each other. It was obvious. I mean, Red was not going to abandon. She would die before she was going to abandon the white dog. But now they're together. They just really don't want to get along. I mean, they get along when they come outside. They're okay. They sniff each other. They're fine. They don't growl at each other. But when they get in the house, and it doesn't matter which one, if Girly goes out, the white one, and comes back in, Red growls at her, even though Red's on the bed. Or vice versa. If Girly gets down and gets a drink water, and that's another one that just surprises me. I mean, she will not drink water or anything the entire time she's in the house. I think one time she has gotten down to drink water. We have to leave water out on the porch. So when she goes out, we have to carry her out, and she'll drink water then. We're just trying to get them acclimated, trying to get them to where they're comfortable, and hopefully they'll come around. Like I said, it's amazing. We've had them for probably a month now, and every day they develop a new sense of domestication. When Red first showed up, you couldn't even touch her. You probably couldn't get within a foot of her. Well, heck, the first day I met her, I couldn't get within 10 feet of her. I saw her while I was mowing, and we tried to give her some chicken, canned chicken, and she ate it, but she wouldn't get close to us to eat it. And over time, she just got a little better, and a little closer, and a little closer. Well, now, I mean, it's interesting. You can pet her all you want. She'll let you. But if you touch her with your foot or something on the bed, she moves. So, you know, Carolyn wants to cuddle with her. Now, they're not big fans of baths. We haven't given them a bath yet, but we have been spraying this some sort of cleaning spray, and you know, using a washcloth, wiping them down, and that has helped a lot. I mean, they really stunk bad, and the smell is not near as bad now. You can pet them, and you don't have that dog smell on your hand near as bad. I mean, you still have a little bit, but it's getting a lot better. Now, Girly appears to have some anxiety. She's the most calm in the house, but not so jumpy and jittery. She'll stay put. But when she gets up or goes outside, she just does this scratch nonstop. And then she'll switch sides and scratch, and then switch sides and scratch. And so I learned if you go over there and you rub her belly on both sides and just make her feel better, she'll stop. She'll go on. And she won't do it again. Now, she'll sleep all day, she'll sleep all night, and she won't scratch. But when she starts, it's nonstop. We've looked for skin rashes, and the fleas are all basically gone. And it's not like that we have fleas or anything, because both of them would be doing it, and they're not. So we looked it up, and it's a good chance that she just has anxiety. She is so stressed, and she doesn't really know what to do, how to behave yet, and that's just how she's going to relieve her anxiety, is by scratching. So hopefully that goes away. Hopefully we get them to a point where we can give them a shower. Now, of course, winter's coming, and that stove is going to get drastically hot. I don't want to just leave them outside just yet on their own, because originally, before we brought them in the house, they would go up on the road. And, you know, it was a constant battle. But now, when we come outside with them, if they start to go up to the road, we can say, hey, no, and they'll come right back. They don't even entertain the thought. And, you know, that was a few days ago, but now they don't even head towards the road. So they've kind of learned, but I need to get to a point where I can trust that they're not going to go on the road. Hopefully before it gets real cold, we can let them outside. They can come out and play. Red loves to run. I think Girly is a lot older, or a lot more unhealthy, something like that. So she doesn't do as much running. She just walks around. But she is also a lot heavier now that they've both gotten healthy. She is just a stout dog. She's not fat. She's just muscular. So it's interesting how fast they recover from starvation. I mean, Red was so bad that we didn't think she was going to make it. I mean, I think she only had a day or two left when we started feeding her. It was terrible. See, there was two periods there. When I first met her, I think there was 2 periods there. I'm not really sure, but there was a span of time. So we were feeding her for a while, and then when she came back, she was just shaking. She could barely move. It was terrible. I mean, I was absolutely just devastated by it. So, I mean, we got him healthy, so now we just got to get him mentally healthy. And Red's coat is just beautiful. I mean, it has completely grown back in, except for behind her ear. She had 2 little raw spots there. That hasn't recovered yet. It may not. I mean, it might be scar tissue now. Carolyn keeps putting coconut oil on it to try to soften it up. But and then the other one, she is thin on hair around her belly area. Like I said, you know, maybe she does have some sort of itchy problem. I don't know. It doesn't seem like she's really trying to scratch. It's just she kind of pats it a little bit. It doesn't. She's not raw. She doesn't have mites, and that's the only spot she does it on. She stands when she does it. She doesn't sit to scratch. Really, you know how the dogs do. She'll stand all forward, and then just one leg comes up and does that. So maybe she does have some, but we may take them to a vet. My biggest concern, they're going to go to the vet, and they're going to want thousands of dollars to take care of them. And we just can't spend that kind of money on an animal. I know somebody's going to say, you better spend that kind of money. You took them in. They're in so much better shape than they were. And that's how I'm going to look at this. You know, we're worried maybe they're not spayed. I would imagine they are, but they may not be. But fortunately, they're inside dogs, so we won't have to really deal with that. We'll watch them really close when they come out if a male dog comes around. So, you know, we'll put them on leashes if they start showing symptoms of being in heat. So, but they're happier and healthier than they've ever been, so, or have been for a while, I should say. So I guess we're keeping them. So if you'll click this up next box, take to a video where I was working on something over on my other channel. Really appreciate it. Go check it out. So hope I can inspire you to take in the helpless so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.